That hurt.
You went. Ladies and gentlemen, it's go time. It's go time. All Dev Game Arcade Tokens. It is live. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. You are witnessing history right now. This is history, okay? The Final
Fantasy. I got heart palpitations.
Heart palpitations?
Here. I thought it was
I'm so excited.
There's no way they were going to let this happen. There's no way they were going to roll out a remake of an entire game that came out on the very first PlayStation console. There was no way. But they did it. And we get to play it today. We get to play it today.
KHLEO has been in self-quarantine for hours.
Yeah.
Playing
Nobody heard from me.
Nobody.
This is the Final Fantasy VII remake. This was 3 whole discs on PlayStation. This is where a lot of us got our start. Now, I've recently been playing the original just so I can prepare for this to really see what they did differently. But KHLEO, you've been playing all day, and it looks like you haven't showered in weeks, and that's different. But how is this game?
Normally, I come in clean, shaving, good to go, smelling good. But listen, man, I teamed up with OS NYC, Operating System NYC. You guys will be a part of that whole conversation very soon. I took over their Twitch channel to premiere the gameplay and a walkthrough for them. And let me tell you something, as a huge fan of this series, of this game, of these characters, as I've said before, what Legend of Zelda is to Patrick Cloud, Final Fantasy VII is to KHLEO Thomas. It means that much to me. What they did with this story, the characters, the battle system, the graphics, what you thought was like legit when we were kids, what you imagine Shinra and Midgard looking like and going into Sector 7 and blowing up the oh man, y'all, you're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready, bro. The motorcycle. Oh, the motorcycle bike. Oh, y'all didn't even see.
KHLEO, how far are you? How far in are you?
Bro, I'm 5 hours into gameplay.
Okay.
And I'm 5 hours into gameplay, and I haven't even got Aerith on my team yet.
Really?
That's a lot of gameplay, bro.
Damn.
Aerith isn't even on my team yet.
So are you like doing side missions or something, or are you just?
No, I did not do a side mission because I'm like, look, I lost for the very first time an hour into playing. I lost in battle. So I was like, okay, so we're keeping with you got to get your levels up. You can't just be out here swinging a sword thinking it's all good. So boom, I grinded a little bit, did some side quests, got some money up, bought some new equipment, bought some brand new materia, came back into the battle scene, boom, hit him with that wind materia, hit him with that lightning materia one good time. Oh, did I just get a summon? Oh, I could summon the Ifrit in here? Bring out the homie. Bring him out. And it has been an incredible gameplay journey already. I'm not touching the sticks for this stream. This is between you and Will. Y'all got to get into it, baby.
Okay. Well, before we even start, I'm just gonna jump into it normal, obviously. But I just want to give a huge shout out to the man behind the logo, Zordon. What we are doing right now is magic. I do not have this game. Will does not have this game, and KHLEO does not have this game. Well, he does have this game, but he does not have the game that's playing.
Whoa! What is this? Wait a minute! I ain't seen this.
Demo? We ain't got this in the demo?
Nah, it didn't show this.
No. You didn't get this in the demo. So take this in.
Oh,
take the graphics.
Lordy Lord.
I don't even remember this in the PlayStation game.
Taking the graphics, baby.
Oh, my sweet Lord, baby Jesus.
Will, this looking like Advent Children, ain't it?
Yo, I thought that's what we was about to watch. I thought Kadeem had put the wool over our head. Jeez, look at that. Yo, if you have not seen Advent Children, this is exactly what that movie looks like.
I have not seen Advent.
When have you ever seen Midgar in daytime? We've never seen it.
Except in Advent Children, that was it.
That's it. But and
it was weird.
Exactly.
So guys, this is the only one I've played. So is Midgar the setting of the other ones, or do they jump around? Because I know they switch characters, and this is the only one that Cloud is in, but...
Yeah, so Final Fantasy VIII, complete departure. There's no Midgar, there's no Shinra, there's none of that.
Okay. So they never come back?
And 8, 9, 10. No.
It's like different books. So it's like it's in different times, it's in different eras and stuff like that. So it's just pretty much like the era of Final Fantasy told different.
Look at the refinery, bro. The factory just sucking up all that Mako.
Yo, imagine being a like regular employee there. Like that refinery is so legendary.
Here she is. Here she is.
Oh, lit.
Oh my god. Remember,
I do remember this in the demo. I feel
she
like
was just this
here in the demo.
Like this was her hands when she was sitting there. This was her praying with a big box head like mine. And
I remember the PlayStation 1 version, and I know I was gonna say I was a pervy little kid, but I played it recently and thought the same thing. When she stood up, the graphics were kind of bad, so she kind of had that thing on her. But I remember it's like they kind of made her more, you know.
Yeah, she ain't got them cakes in this one.
She had a wagon back in the day.
Nah, she must be vegan in Midgard.
She had that PlayStation circle on her. You know? Ayo, gamer jokes. Ayo.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, that is
niggas in Midgard rude as fuck.
Right?
She's a very key element and character to the entire story of Final Fantasy VII.
He said, "Fuck your flower," though.
Look at the graphic. Look at the eye. Look at the sadness in her eyes.
Nobody drone game is like this.
Weirdly cuter in the PlayStation 1 version, though. Don't ask me any more questions. I just want to say.
Pat, I want to ask you.
I can see it, Pat. I can see it, Pat.
This is a movie. It's amazing to see people be like, yo, you guys are playing a movie. Yeah, that's how far.
I don't want to play, though. That's the thing. I just want to see everything happen.
Then go watch a super cut on YouTube. Someone has it, but you're playing, bro. You're in. You're locked in.
Right. Good God, man. This is amazing. This is like... I know that light bill got to be crazy at their refinery, though.
Stupid. Vegas times 10.
And this how it come in, yo. Like, I just want credits popping up right here.
Here's what I don't get. How do you look that hard on top of the train? It doesn't seem like nobody else on the team is on top of the train but him. He's on top of the train going like this, and they still treat him like an intern. Like, I would have been like, yo, this nigga's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Even on the ride over.
I'd have gotten the train. I'd have been like, yo, like no.
They was talking to him crazy, like he didn't have that sword on his back.
He's the new guy to the squad. All right, they really don't know about him. They don't trust him, and he's dressed like a soldier, which is they work for Schindler. Yeah. They really don't like him. Ooh, kick to the stomach. Oh, and let me tell y'all something in advance. Jesse is doing a lot of flirting in this game.
Jesse out here loose in Midgard.
He's doing a lot.
Hey, let's go, Baron.
Barrett's in the
building.
Gave him the new ink.
Right? Got that Batista tattoo. See you? Man.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't look at that and be like, yo, this nigga don't know what he's doing.
First of all, to do a front flip with that heavy ass sword and then land perfectly.
No, anybody with the wrist to just carry that sword like it's nothing. I'm not even talking about it.
You're up.
I'm up.
All right, here we go. It's your turn, Cloud.
Pat, you're gonna do a lot of shit talking to Barrett. I'm telling you right now.
Me. Don't think so.
Woo!
Yeah. All right, Cleo. So, how close to the PS1 game is this? Am I looking for potion right here? Is there the same type of
So they gave you a potion when you beat those two guys. So that was
okay. I actually remember you telling me that in the demo.
So even this is just an expanded way of what we originally played. Like going through these styles and stuff.
Because they didn't show this part.
This is just more expanded.
Yeah, because normally in the original, you would run past the train and then you would just make a left. And then it wouldn't show you going through the subway. It would take you to where you would go select your name next. So all of this is new gaming within this part of the new Final Fantasy.
100%, bro.
Hey man.
So again, I don't know if I got to finish, but we are all playing together but remotely. It's kind of crazy. I don't understand it, really, but Zordon found some freaking way to make it so that we all just have PlayStation controllers and we are all playing from the same PlayStation somewhere in LA in quarantine.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane.
Powered by KT Tech. We got to get Kadeem's branding going. He's going to go by KT Tech.
KT Tech?
KT Tech.
KT Tech.
This
all right, we got a little roll action. Yoink! I'm over here. Yoink! I'm over here. Yoink!
Okay.
Hey man, I'll say one thing. This Cloud does not have loose wrists.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, he does not.
Neither do I.
He doesn't have dainty wrists like somebody.
Yeah, this ain't loose wrist Cloud.
Loose wrist in terms of being a pianist. Pianists have very strong hands.
In terms of being a penis?
A pianist.
A penis. You got loose wrists when it comes to.
Yeah, you didn't think that joke was floating around music school,
right?
Oh, you pianist? Shut up. Damn.
You went to music school.
I did go to music school.
I love that. Congratulations, bro. That's dope as hell.
I mean, it's weird to call it music school, but I never stopped.
It's like I just kept going.
Music school. All right.
So, now we talked about the original. For those that don't know, the original Final Fantasy VII was 3 discs.
Shite. Yeah.
3 discs.
3.
So, for those that don't know, back in the gap, a regular PlayStation 1 disc could maybe hold like about 750 megabytes. So just think about where we are now. Back in those times, that was a lot. Final Fantasy was 6 gigs.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt.
What was his name again?
Cloud. Do y'all see this?
And he's in the
Did your washing machine bust?
My washing machine,
unlike the rest of us,
just put foam all over the floor.
Wow, it's a party.
Wow.
Party.
Okay.
When it's done,
that happened.
We're done.
But we're gonna keep going. I'm in. Here, I'm locked in. I'll take it.
A solo foam party is probably the saddest thing that can happen to a city
in quarantine.
In the fucking history of ever.
You just sliding the shit by yourself.
By yourself in soap. Yeah, you don't know what we could do under this foam.
Find roaches. That's what you could do.
Does that attract roaches?
Huh?
Does that attract roaches?
Water.
Huh?
It's water, yeah.
True believer, but you know what I
water
think?
attracts roaches.
What?
But yeah, but now for those, but we was talking about the size. So like the original Final Fantasy is 6 gigabytes long. That's how big the original was. The new one, 100 gigs to play Final Fantasy VII.
Which one are you? Which one do you have? You have the deluxe?
You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gear.
I think the regular is like 80 or something, 70 or 80. Maybe 60. But it's still way too much. I can't. It's literally sitting in my queue to download because I don't have enough space.
You know, normally I don't look at these comments sometimes, but I'm hella curious. Look at that though. Look at that. I'm not even going. Never mind. I'm just gonna keep looking at this. Let's go. So Pat, if you had a choice, you rocking with the Sephiroth, or you over here a freedom fighter?
I don't know. Sephiroth reminds me of what's old dude in Naruto?
You're asking the wrong person.
Reminds you of the evil dude.
He's the what?
Sephiroth reminds you of the evil guy, I'm sure.
Yes.
The one that goes after Sasuke.
Yes. Damn it. Orochimaru, yeah. He's definitely like that vibe. And I'm kind of down. Low key. I like what the freedom fighters are doing, but they're kind of douchey. I feel like the freedom fighters would accept me because like they have that soft fat dude on it.
Why you gotta call Wedge soft and fat?
I don't like him, bro.
Well, he can be fat, but is he soft? Is he not representing?
He soft, bro. He ain't representing for the big guys like yourself, though.
I don't like that, man. I don't like that us, heavy set folks is not being represented properly, man.
It's about representation, right?
Barrett is heavy set.
But not like Wedge.
But this dude, I'm not talking about him being fat. He's just soft, man. I don't like.
I don't like it.
How are they
like
judging? How are they judging Cloud? Talking about I'm new and weak, but he looked like that. He's like the comic. He seems like a
Not so fast.
Seth
We
Rogen
got
looking
company.
I will say you had the best point though, just hanging on top of a train before like the whole shit starts.
right? I'd have been like, "Where's the new guy? Oh, he's up top of there being epic. Like what? Oh, this guy's off.
That's
the
all
train.
you can say too. It's epic.
Come on.
He's up there being epic. What's going on?
All right.
Dog is strong as hell.
Yeah, no, the dog has a lot of health, bro. So stagger him, boom, go for it. You might want to hit triangle, boom, there you go, make it faster. Yep. Boom.
Wow. Trash.
Damn, you know, so we gonna hit up into the comments, man. Lewis Smith Jr. If shout out to you right now. He said, low key, y'all are giving me something to watch at work while I wait for these coronavirus samples to arrive for testing.
Oh, okay.
So-
There's people watching us with the serious jobs.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. Thanks to everybody who's helping out with this stuff.
It's
Yeah,
up
man.
to him to be able to find the cure and for the vaccine for all this stuff. So, brother, if you end up finding it, we would appreciate it if you named it the Arcade Tokens vaccine. That would help with our branding. It really would.
I don't want to be associated with this.
You don't want to be associated with the cure that's going to make everything better.
Nah, name us for a hurricane. Like when a hurricane hit, Hurricane Arcade Tokens.
Hurricane tokens.
Yeah, there we go. Hurricane Token. Name that after us. Name us
A
after some
disaster,
dope
Will?
shit. You know, just like,
That's the
yo, and when it ends, you just bust out game over.
Jeez.
On to the next season.
The crazy thing about this game is it really shows how well Cloud can fight. Because the other game, like, obviously Cloud was the shit, but it was just like hit.
He had that one hit, that one slash. That was it.
And I don't know about y'all. Maybe, I wasn't technically like good at this game because I never really developed a good strategy. I was just kind of like, fighting and healing.
Right.
Cloud died a lot on my team. He just kind of just died a lot. Like if it
Cloud
wasn't
didn't make it.
Barrett was always the one that just stayed alive. Cloud was always the first to die.
It's crazy because there's something that happens, I believe, in Disc 2 where Tifa has the hardest time leveling up her defense, so she becomes the weakest. She just gets offed no matter what. You gotta like heavy use the cover material so that people jump in front of her when she's about to get attacked. Whole different system to that.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too.
Just for those that don't know, that have never played this game but really want to get into it, you do not have to play anything previous before playing this game.
Nope.
You don't have to play Final Fantasy VI. You don't have to play anything else before that. You can literally start with this one right here too, and you will be hooked.
Great point. Yep. It's anthology, right? It's not necessarily a series in chronological order. Like every story is different, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never played Final Fantasy 1 through 6.
I didn't either. Some were on Game Boy. Another one was like on Nintendo and stuff like that. Like, to be honest, 7 was the one that just like broke the mold for people to come in and want to start getting into the Final Fantasy 7. Like before then, it was kind of like, and again, this ain't no shade or anything. It was kind of like Zelda. Like it was a very niche type of group. But when Ocarina of Time came out, the floodgates opened for
Everybody started peeking.
Yeah, and so that's what 7
This was the
did for
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Love it.
The fact that the commercial came out for Final Fantasy VII within this last week in big bold letters, most hyped RPG of all time, and like epic ass music, I was like, yeah, that's about right. That sounds about right.
Ooh, shit. I remember this from the demo. Sorry.
Get him out of here.
Give me all your essence.
But I asked Pat, so I asked you, Cleo.
What's up?
You rocking with Sephiroth or you a freedom fighter?
Listen, man, I gotta stay true to the core of this game, and I'm a freedom fighter.
I know someone who can get
Freedom
us the
fighter.
passports.
Gotta rock with Cloud. I gotta
But no
pull
one
up
else that
in
can be able to talk to us,
the
but
tactical
what can you
pants,
do?
black boots,
good.
sleeveless turtleneck that he's wearing. No one catches that. He's wearing a sleeveless turtleneck.
Oh no, we saw. We just don't bring it up.
Okay.
How come Cloud and Barrett don't gotta wear the red bandana though?
You noticed that, right? Everyone else in the squad wears the damn red bandana.
It's like they only give red bandanas to side characters. So if you get the red bandana, you're like, damn it, I'm not a main character.
But wait, I think doesn't it have to do with rank as well?
It's never
Yeah,
discussed.
Cloud is at the bottom.
Yeah, Cloud would be within the Avalanche crew. He would be considered the new guy. He's considered rookie on this run. But Barrett, he doesn't wear a red bandana.
But isn't Barrett like a freelance type of person?
He
Like
freelance freedom fighter.
yeah, like he ain't really with the group. He just kind of like, but he just helping out.
No, Barrett is the guy.
Oh,
okay.
Like leader.
Yeah, he's the leader of this whole squad. Oh, flashback.
See, we didn't have this in the demo. Just to let y'all know, this was not in the demo.
Oh, that's dope that they're giving us more, so we're not feeling like we're just repeating ourselves.
Yeah. So
There
we
you
can put
go.
out.
There you go, Pat. Put
out
it
the rest
together.
of this.
Oh, on my baby Cloud? Joe Baby Cloud.
Tifa.
All right, well, Baby Cloud is a thing, and I endorse him fully.
So they not gonna show him?
Oh, hey, play the game.
Doesn't matter, man. Hey, just picture me, Baby Cloud. I'm making
Loose wrist, just
I'm making
in
Baby
mid
Cloud.
guard, trying to get
Shut
through
up,
life.
man. I got
Hey,
strong.
guys, I want to hold the Buster Sword.
First of all three of us would break the shit out of our wrists wielding that big ass sword. I don't know what the fuck this Cloud is on,
Well,
but I think his wrist-
that's
his
you.
wrist juicy.
That's
No,
you.
his wrist juicy.
Sewer
I'm
rats
sure.
appear to call themselves Avalanche. Sir.
He looks
Whoa,
like
that man look like Victor Savage.
We are currently investigating. whether
DC.
they belong to the
Yes.
same
Go
group
ahead,
that
go ahead,
made
Will.
the attempt on your life.
Oh snap!
hate his suit.
Rest
Put
assured,
his
the
damn
Savage
button.
suit.
Steve Harvey
will
suit.
not take
He's like a
much
pirate
longer.
attorney.
And for those that don't know, too, this is a
This
PlayStation
false
original.
purpose
It's
is to
only
bring
on
the planet
PlayStation.
drop while
It's
you
the only
sleep,
place that you
while
can
you
play
wake.
this
You sit
magnificent
and
game.
fucking up my
Final
mind.
Fantasy ever went to
It doesn't
Xbox, I'd
grasp,
shoot
and
myself
it
in the
doesn't
face.
care.
Well,
Oh, I
listen,
probably
as a person who was recently liberated from the Xbox triads.
Liberated, great word.
Yes, you know, as someone formerly liberated and being a refugee back inside the kingdom of PlayStation, it is just so glad to be back. And I'm gonna be honest with you too, that was a real subtle thing, but it's epic for me that I forgot all about PlayStation themes.
You really hear that?
Talk to him, Will.
I
Talk to him.
forgot about themes.
Get help.
So for anybody that buy Final Fantasy VII, you get a custom theme for your PlayStation.
Wait. We got some unreleased beef scenes.
Oh
I'd worry
shit!
less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Oh snap.
I will check your big ass.
Cloud, I feel like Barrett ain't touching Cloud in one-on-one. We haven't seen it, but
He's not.
I don't think so. I don't think
Nice.
they're.
Barrett,
Don't
that's
lie
up.
now.
Plus, I don't trust niggas with that haircut.
You listening, Merc?
He got the
One
cop haircut.
false move.
That's how cops do. Ooh, he didn't even
That
flinch.
happens.
Well,
That's
so
even
much
harder,
for having
bro.
Cloud do all the fighting.
After that, I'd be done.
There
If I
are
was
some
like,
places a
one more
sword
move,
just can't reach.
he didn't move, I'd be like, well,
Be like,
that's it with my problems
Just
with that guy.
bear with him for me, would you?
New nigga
On
crazy.
it, flirting, Jesse. Will get you in trouble. Tifa gonna beat your
Should have asked for more money.
I was off Jesse after she tripped like 3 times while we were walking out. Like,
Uh-huh.
man, how did you get this far?
Don't worry. You'll get more and more tired of her as the game goes on.
no,
Yep.
no, come on. I thought she would
Nope.
her work.
Nope. She doing a lot. That's all I can say.
Yeah, let's go, Barrett.
All right,
All
here
right.
you go, Pat. Now, Barrett has officially been added to the team.
Gonna
Now
throw
you
your
can
sword at him.
he has a
The man with the gun.
battle with Cloud. Of course, he has the gas gun. The long range attacks are more his specialty. He has the overcharge triangle that allows Pat to charge up his heavier shot. Woman to take him out. Pat, what I would suggest is clicking in the R3 trigger so you can lock onto people.
Okay.
There you go.
Damn it. Hurry up.
And then dodge circle. Need be.
Y'all gotta ask. If gun was offered for a hand, you taking it?
No. My hand can hold the gun.
No, if you didn't have. Okay, so let me rephrase it. If you didn't have a hand anymore, hand, gun, or hook, what you taking?
Another hand? Another hand.
Okay. I'm gonna go there with you, Will, on this one. Mega Man is capable of going from hand to X-Buster back to hand. So I want Mega Man's X-Buster. That is my so done.
Do your job, Bert.
I want.
Exactly is Mega Man's Mega Buster. He just has a bunch of vague buttons on the side.
Yeah, three. So that I'm aware of, there's just LEDs that let him know when he's at full charge.
Oh.
That's it. Because have you ever seen the replica one that they put out?
No.
There's a replica X-Buster that you can buy. You stick your hand in it, and it has a handle on the inside, and you can.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it powers up. You hear the sound.
And it shoots.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I don't remember. Nothing shoots out, right? It just makes a
no,
sound.
it's just the sound effects and the lights.
What we have
Yeah.
And it was cool when they had just Mega Man. But then they rolled out Proto Man, and it's red and gray. I was like, yo, I want that one.
Proto Man is my favorite character, and I don't know why he didn't have more shit.
Yeah.
Because he was the previous X-Man. I mean, Mega Man X, that's it. He's just a previous Mega Man X. You don't
I'll
count.
go first.
He's like
mean?
Knuckles.
Exactly.
He's like Knuckles. Knuckles should have got
What do you
more
mean he was
shine.
the previous Mega Man X, though?
Just keep those
He
baby
is
blues of
what
yours on me.
he was built, but he has some faults. So then they went back to the drawing board, and then they built Mega Man X, and then boom, that became who we know. But Proto Man is just an earlier version of Mega Man.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's not. He obviously got issues. He obviously can't even stand up to Mega Man. Not even close.
What if his flaws were like shit that made him too powerful or too hard to handle? It could have been flaws that are better than maybe Mega Man is easier to manage.
This is true.
Yeah, man.
Case. So if we're gonna say Proto Man broke the system, he was like, I gotta rebel against the system. I'm out.
Ah!
Man, I'm taking Ulysses Claw from Black Panther. I'm taking his shit.
Who?
I forgot about it.
Claw from Black Panther.
You're doing
The dude that had the hand with the gun.
Did Pat see Black Panther?
I saw it 3 times. I don't know who you're talking about.
The guy,
Not Killmonger, the guy who
the one who Killmonger killed in the plane at the plane yard.
Who he threw off?
Threw off what?
like a walk in the
I'm
park,
not
huh?
really even listening to you guys.
I get it. When he said threw off, I was like, he's not listening to
he's
us.
not listening.
And I understand. I understand, sir. We just gonna get back into it.
You gotta be listening to a lot of the dialogue going on between Jesse and Cloud. Just
My
don't-
bad. I have like half headphones on just to stay in the game. This is not the red robot, right? This is not him.
We can take
No,
this
that's
up.
just like the henchman. You ain't
I don't
got to
remember
the
this.
spider yet.
Oh, okay.
Junk is a
You
heavy
ain't got to
weapon.
him yet.
You gotta heal Cloud, and you need to switch over to Barrett to use his lightning material.
Okay, how do I hear
Because
that?
that's the machine.
Need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
I was like,
R2.
did Cloud tell you how to heal yourself?
Go R2R. You can't do it yet, Pat. Go R2R1. You gotta switch to Barrett.
Deal with that.
Boom. X. Items or spells. Cured. You can go cured for
Shout out to Itzakuma for taking the Astro Boy feat. Good selection.
Astro Boy's toes. Not bad. Yeah. I've never been a fan of Astro Boy though, bro. I can't get into
Are
it.
you serious?
I don't like he ain't got no clothes.
No.
on. I don't like it.
You said you don't like what?
I don't like that he ain't got no clothes on. I don't know, it's weird. I don't like that a robot ain't got clothes on.
He's got little red undies, little green boots, and he's like, yes, sir. Like, nope. Don't like it.
It
He
just
does not have a list. You added that.
Oh, he has a list.
He does not have a list.
Look at him and tell me he doesn't have a list.
I heard him talk. He don't have a list.
I imagine.
Why you gave him that?
You've never heard him with an American accent talking about, let me know what I gotta do, bastard. Never seen it. Abilities. Braver or yeah, you know what. Stagger. Beat his ass, Pat. Beat his ass.
put the clouds on it.
Chop him up. He's still going though. Still going. We'll get back up. No biggie. No biggie. We're doing work. Paul. There you go.
Jatia Simone, shout out to you. Yes, we will be playing Resident Evil 3, which will be dropping tomorrow.
Nice.
Along with another Final Fantasy VII. You'll see us play the demo version. So if you didn't get a chance to check this out, you can check out the Arcade Tokens Final Fantasy VII walkthrough as well. Dropping tomorrow. Double feature. Don't overdo it.
Are any of you guys familiar with the Square Enix fighting game that came out called this? I believe it's called Dissidia.
No.
Square Enix has a fighting game with all of their characters, and they fight. It's very similar, no lie. I want to say it's like Power.
So we knock it down again.
Dissidia.
What are some Square Enix games?
First.
I'm gonna bring up the roster of this game right now.
There's a few though.
What the hell are you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Guess that make you a 1-year-old. Live and learn.
Asshole.
Right?
I told you, you're gonna end up hating him.
At this point, I feel like Cloud will beat his ass in a fist fight too.
Excuse me. The game was called. It's EHRGEIZ.
That's our target, the reactor core.
How would you pronounce that?
Gotta set the bomb at the
Urgi?
bottom.
Say again.
Urge.
EHRGEIZ.
Yeah, Urge.
Okay. So it was a fighting game, and the characters that were in it: Cloud, Ken Godhand Mishima,
Who?
Han Dahan from Tekken's. Oh, he bears a strong resemblance to Tekken's Haran. That's pretty cool. Prince Doza, Lee Shawan, Sasuke, Dasher, and
Who are
Wolfram.
these people? These sound like some Japanese ass games that I didn't
I
play.
see why we didn't play.
Yeah.
I see why no one played.
Who are these? Are these characters from known games?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Bro, there's so many RPGs and shit that I had not played.
Yeah.
On the ladder, dummy.
My bad. I was looking for collectibles. Damn.
You did the same thing I did, Pat. I was talking on my stream at that exact same time, and I heard her, and I said the exact same thing.
I'm from Zelda. Like I look everywhere, even in Outlast, where I shouldn't be looking around.
No, do that, Pat. You stick to your RPG true form, and you stick to looking at around every corner, because trust me, you'll miss materia, you'll miss items. You don't want to do.
Yeah, man, you take your time. This is an epic journey.
Where you at? Where you at? See up there?
Keep it together.
R3 to lock in. You might as well choose the Barrett. There you go.
Put that lead to him.
Hit the triangle. Hit the triangle.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man. It's a hollow tip thunderstorm approaching.
Hollow tips.
Hollow tip thunderstorm approaching when Barrett step into town.
Big facts. Big facts. The material. Quincy Wade asked, so how is the material customization?
How is the what?
Quincy Wade asked a question in the chat. He said, how is the material customization? From what I've seen so far in my playthrough, it still has the level up of materia thing going on. So you can go from Fire, Fire 2, Fire 3, but they have adapted the whole Final Fantasy VIII and beyond way of describing your magic, which is Fire, Fire, and Fire Gu.
That.
Oh yeah, please.
Thank you.
Shout out to Zordon with the great advice. Healing Cloud.
What is Fire Gu?
The third evolution of a fire fire spell. So picture just fire, a little flame, and then picture Fire 2 being, or Fire Rub being like a bigger flame, and then Fire Gu being like, hey bro, take this napalm to the face.
Sheesh.
Yes. And wait till you see Ifrit.
Well, I would not be keeping up with Arcade
Don't you do it!
Edition
Don't you do it!
if I didn't take this time to pass the sticks.
Really?
Good friend Will Ferrell. I was gonna do the whole demo and pass it off so he could do all the new stuff, but I mean it's arcade tokens, right?
Gotta stick to tradition, baby. Stick to tradition, Pat.
You go do this on Final Fantasy VII?
No, this is an honor. You get to beat the new and improved version of the Infamous first boss.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
This is a time for Will Ferrell to shine.
All right, then. Well, how about we go to commercial real quick, get set up, and then come back and get me into the shit? Because I'm about to beat the brakes off of this red spider.
Let's go.
Yeah, baby. Pat, I mean, we've already played the demo. Your playthrough already. Tell me how you're feeling about it.
About the new time or the
This time, just you're revisiting. Now you know there's no end to this game. You're locked in. It's not the demo. How are you feeling?
Here's what's crazy about this. Like when Crash Bandicoot does his remaster, you're pretty much playing the same game, looking around saying, this is beautiful, right? This is kind of a different game. You know what I mean? Like it's the battle system is just so new. It's just not, it's not the same game in what you remember from Final Fantasy, but it's just like all the references are on point or better. So it's just literally like, it's weird. It's like playing an adaptation of like a movie, you know, like it's literally like the same thing you feel from playing a game or reading a book and then seeing it in movie form, like perfectly. It's like that, but playing it. So it's like if the book was Final Fantasy on PlayStation, this is literally like playing the movie version. So I have no complaints. I think that it just takes a little bit getting used to, because you're used to sort of sitting back and just going through the menus and kind of like, it seems like you're coaching the fight, but now you're like in the fight while at the same time worried about, you know, your spells and like potions and all that kind of stuff. Yes. But I'm impressed. I played the demo already, but this is it's pretty amazing. I'm down.
Before we go to commercial break, I just want to let you know Pat brought up a great point about in the previous game, the previous version of Final Fantasy VII, it was like you were coaching it, like it was a turn-based fight style. That is available even in this new game. You can choose classic mode at the very beginning.
Right. Have you done that?
I have not tried it. I don't want to try it. Not yet. Okay. I want to try the new way, and then I'll go back. And
it's probably lit though with these new graphics.
Yeah, it probably is. We're gonna go to commercial break, and then we'll be right back with Will taking on the very first boss. It's going down. Be very careful of that man's tail. You be very careful of that machine's tail. Okay? All right, let's get into it. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
All right.
woke up yesterday in a sweat, and I said, how'd I get so hairy? I went on my laptop and said, damn internet, you scary.
It's wintertime, but y'all not showing where the heat at. Build your fire, wait until the sun up. Hey, yeah.
We back.
What up? We in here.
All right.
Oh yeah, it is time. In true arcade tokens fashion, Mr. Cloud has played for a few minutes, and then he gets to a point where he has to look at Will and say, "Hey, Will, you want to play?" And Will will say, "Sure." And the next thing you know, Will's walking into a battle.
Here's the thing. I gotta make sure that the pass off is memorable and epic. You know what I mean? I could beat a level, die, then pass the sticks and be like, here you go. And then he's just at the beginning of the level. Yeah, that's cool. But when I try to do is I try to make the people on my team better. You know what I'm saying? If I pass it off when you're in the thick of it, think of how much stronger of a gamer Will has been since I started dumping him into the thicks of the jungles and the Amazons. Right?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing.
Friend.
My level for doing hood rat things with you has dropped increasingly. Because you know me. I get very paranoid. So you be doing this, I can just picture you robbing a fucking store with a gun and then just throwing it in my lap. Here, your turn.
Hey, man, that's different.
What?
This is content.
Content
is always about drama.
But yes,
guys, this is for sure an ongoing tradition in the arcade tokens playthroughs and live streams. So next time you see it coming, you guys should be able to predict it. I would love to see the chat predict it. Right before it happens, I want to see the chat light up and be like, here go Pat, ...
There you go. I see it coming. Here it goes.
It's all about running jokes.
Let's
go.
So we are now at the first boss of Final Fantasy.
Yes.
This is the infamous Red Robot, as I used to call him. And in my childhood mind, he was the boss of the first disc. I kid you not, this was the boss of the entire first disc. in my little Patrick's mind. Upon playing it again, I was able to get way further, and I was like, nigga, that was the first level.
Yep.
I thought I played well into the third disc. I did not.
That man's name is that machine's name is the
All right,
guard
let's
scorpion.
see if Little Stamp
That
really
is the
can
guard
bite the hand that
scorpion.
feeds.
The guard scorpion.
Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Uh-huh.
Then do the damn job.
If it ain't about the money,
Fantasy.
Don't be blowing this up and take your ass home.
if it ain't about the money,
Ain't no use of you ranking my line on the Freedom Fighters time.
not make about the money.
Hey, unpopular opinion. T.I. broke Young Thug. He had a bunch of mixtapes with Bloody J that were hot as hell, and then he had Danny Glover, which made him hot on the streets.
What's wrong?
But that verse and that hook on that Ain't About the Money on T.I., I had been following him personally, but I saw him go
What
into
about the timer?
mainstream. I feel like
You
T.I.
call
could take a
Merc.
little bit of credit for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unpopular opinion.
I don't think it's unpopular, right? I think, well, maybe the people who don't know or who can't keep up. they
Not to
may-
cut you off, Cleo.
Go.
20 minutes or 30 minutes?
20 minutes. You got enough time.
20 minutes.
Pretty cocky, ain't
Is
you?
there a difference? Do you know if there's a
There was
difference?
a difference in the demo, not in this.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Double crossing.
But Thugger had been putting in his work for a while. But now, time out. Are we gonna forget? I'm a stoner.
Oh, I'm a
come
stoner
on.
and Danny Glover. We're hit.
Oh,
It's got reinforced armor plating,
Hold
but
out.
the internals could be overloaded.
I was told to check the arcade tokens chat. Sorry guys. We're sorry. We are streaming from multiple channels.
What they're talking about on the arcade token chat.
Let me switch over because I feel like they're feeling a little neglected. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, Will has a very sound formula going right now.
I'm feeling it. I see it.
He's not playing.
Think whatever you want. Just do it.
Oh, shit. Get out of there.
All right, a couple people finally basically taking in these gifts. They can play together? Are you serious? That's so cool. Yeah, ain't it? Just making sure. This is different. This looks amazing. Yeah, it's pretty good.
See, to bring up the Thugger thing for a second, Pat, you brought up. I thought I wasn't gonna be a fan of it. And let me tell you why.
You thought you weren't gonna be a fan of what?
Of Young Thug.
Really? Why?
I thought I wasn't gonna really ever hop on the train or appreciate him as an artist because I didn't like the rollout of it. I didn't like the whole. I'm about to call it the Carter 5, and it's like, yo, he was taking.
But you were too late, man. You were way too late at that point.
Hello,
But when the Rich Gang stuff popped off, I was in. That Rich Gang album with him
Rich
and
Gang.
Swan and Birdman, bro, I banged that album till today.
That yeah.
Thugger got some hit on that album.
Bro, I was put on him. He had a mixtape. I forget. They had it was like a black. I forget what it was, but it was him and Bloody J, and they had like this whole mixtape circuit that was lit, and that was where he had that song Danny Glover. I'm a it done like Danny Glover. I'm a
Shit.
every time I fuck, I gotta hit me at least like 2 bitches. You ever heard that? Nigga, like 2 wrists.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That's when I was like, yo, this is the start. We started that verse like, money. I was like, what he said? So I was kind of on him a little bit before that. Then I agree. Once the it got a little weird. Once he was like, I am the cartoon now. He tried to take it. Take it over.
Yeah, I didn't understand. Attack it from the rear. The time when you got Wayne and Birdman, I get long, and that was sad to see. You know, someone who, when you watch the run of what these guys were able to accomplish in the music industry, to see the money and business
More shooting.
How about
and Wayne didn't really have the same effect that he had anymore, and you can see Birdman was kind of co-signing the newer generation or doing what he does best as a businessman.
Right.
You know, it just hit it. But yeah, no, Thugger, bro, Thugger grew on me. I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Damn it! This thing is tough.
It wouldn't be much of a weapon if it went down easy.
See everything.
Don't compliment the giant.
But yeah, head to YouTube, guys.
I'm not kidding. I was raised and he was rolling on that record. You right, man. He snapped.
Right?
He snapped.
It was that I pack in 11. I pack in 11.
If it ain't up to mine.
Riding my gators, my shoes at your sisters. Hey,
Yeah.
oh no! Get off my homie! Get off my
Got
homie!
anything you want to say? Funny way to ask for help.
Carter 6 top 5 of all time. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. I hate top 5 rap talk.
Oh shit!
You hate what?
I hate top 5 rap talk, top 5 rap albums, top 5 rap artists. I hate that talk.
Really? Why?
Because it's shit, dog. No one's gonna agree. Everyone has a different. No one can really come to a cohesive, like, you know what? A number one though, like a number one undeniable. You can't.
But you can pretty much say that about any art, right? Like I feel like you could say the same stuff about gaming. Oh, okay, okay, Will.
We'll go
With
to
the
him right now.
Take the lead.
Hey, he looked like he was hitting him with them Japanese character letters.
Man, hit him with the kanji back.
Right? That nigga's got brain. I used to take calligraphy classes, and the only thing I remember how to draw is rain. So I'm completely useless if I'm in Japan, unless you ask me what the weather is and it's raining. Then I can tell you.
Got it. Also, on rain right now, you can make rain in calligraphy right now.
Yeah, and that's it.
Damn.
Pretty lit. I'll never forget that. I forget everything. Oh shit!
I ain't going down fighting the
Hey, you gotta heal, man. Don't forget to heal. Oh no. Yeah, Barrett needs healing.
Wow. Sword, outfit, and let me tell you guys something really quick. So, when you want to equip new materia to like either Cloud's weapon, or Barrett's weapon, or Clippers' weapon, or their accessories,
on you. Damn it.
the fact that those actually show up in the cutscene is just a small detail, but it makes the game so much better. To see the Cloud has 2 circles in the middle of the Buster Sword. So when he starts the game, he has 1 materia in the fire. And if you equip another one, it turns into 2, even in the cutscene. You guys should check that out. Small little detail that makes a lot.
Hurry up. Give him hell.
Hey, shout out to whoever just deleted Tiffany Walker. I was literally signing in to do that.
I was wondering who was gonna catch her. I'm like, bro, it's been here the whole time. Jesus Christ, get her.
Is that
out.
Zordon?
Jordan got it.
That could have just been an all-deaf sniper. I love that. I live for that.
We got them hitters if you ain't know.
I be looking for reasons to block people.
That's what you say?
I feel like it's so much power. It's almost just like taking somebody out of the sim and just dropping them off somewhere else.
Good point, man.
Shoot him, Will. You almost, well, you halfway there. Nice.
Dang, Will's still good with this guard Scorpion. Okay.
It's just crazy, like, because in the original game, nobody went anywhere. So now he has to adjust to fighting this dude jumping on the ceiling. Yo, Will, click R3 to lock on. You don't have to aim at it.
Oh, good shit. Appreciate it.
R3, and then
That'll change
he has
everything.
armor on, you gotta aim for his back. But he's going into another mode right now, so you're ready to dodge a punch.
And Barrett's lightning works extra well against him, right?
Yep.
Works extra well. That shit
Super
works
effective
extra
for the
well.
Pokemon. Alright, take
Watch
off
the
and
tail.
go hide behind
You
him.
don't
You gotta
wanna
go
be hit
hide
by
behind
that
stuff in front of him.
Okay.
So, what do
Front
we
of
do?
you. Okay.
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Nope, don't do it now. Get out of the middle. Get out of the middle. He's gonna shoot straight down. And I don't know.
Are you supposed to get behind
He's
something?
supposed to go straight down.
Oh, he's still hitting.
Oh, nigga, he's dead.
Strike now.
He had the
before it
crossover?
fires again.
Got Phoenix down. Get him
Come
up.
on.
Be
Come
careful.
on, my little.
Little Barrett.
My little Barrett. You
My
motherfuckers.
little Barrett. Not my little Barrett.
Not my little Barrett, baby.
Damn it. Need to heal up.
Come on. Oh.
This is Kuma. If you're challenging any of us to a game of Mario Kart, you're gonna lose that battle, baby, bro. You don't want that.
Hopefully they start. Shout out to the tokener. I see you
Token's a
guys
drug.
with the token in the token
Heal
chat.
up and regroup.
Hammer, we know. This is one of those ones. You gotta bring this out. That I respect all of you guys playing this gem.
Need a breather. All the time.
Yes, it's my turn. Bring in the heat. You think I care about a few cuts and bruises? Cause I don't.
Get behind it.
Hey, it's doing that thing again.
Find
Alright, I'll
cover
be
and
yelling
hunker
at y'all
down.
in the chat. My all caps.
Again and again and again.
Like typing like that.
Come on. Now, get
So
in
I
there
played,
and do some
when I
damage.
played my run. I got literally caught behind him in the corner. Not a smart move.
You got what?
I got caught behind the guard Scorpion in the corner.
Ooh,
right
and
when
he
was
just
right
packed you
down.
out?
Oh, he beat the hell out of me. He beat
That must
the-
suck for a robot in a robot
Oh
fight.
yeah, I forgot. I got
Yeah.
scarecrows and shit.
Yeah, you using magic and shit?
I wasn't. I was just giving that man his pure hand.
No, I feel it. You just get in that zone sometimes. But remember, Barrett's lightning works so really well with robot.
Gotta keep using that thunder for sure.
Deal with that. Heads up! Tail laser!
I see it.
Then take cover already!
So lightning is the actual electricity, and thunder's just the sound, right?
I'm gonna assume, like, you
Now,
see
go.
light, so we're gonna assume that's what you see. Light.
Because
I
lightning,
thought thunder
lightning
is the
happens.
sound.
Yeah,
Thunder
thunder's
is
the sound because you see the lightning really quickly, and then seconds later you hear the thunder, and that always freaked me out. I'm like, yo, what? Like you telling me visuals are faster than audio?
And then,
That was just crazy to process.
did you ever hear the, like, we didn't really grow up with thunderstorms here in LA. We did.
Every now and then, but not often. Yeah.
Not often, but like the people who really deal with them for a long time, they had like thunderstorm season where they live, stuff like that.
Right.
Like thunder in Texas, Will, maybe you can attest for this.
Oh yeah.
When you see lightning and then you count
Incoming! Take cover!
seconds, like 1 without,
really no other option?
Wanna get shot? You might
And
guess.
when you finally hear the thunder, that lets you know how many miles away it was. You heard of that?
Maybe. Yeah, I did hear about that. That tells you how far away it is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard wrong.
Strike down before it fires
I feel like
again.
that was in a movie too.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
You got this.
What's that?
It was almost like a kid who was told that, so he started counting, and then it got like really quick, and the thunder was right there.
Yo, what movie was that?
Somebody in the comments is for sure gonna know. There was like, I feel like you saw the parents telling the kid that. It was almost like a Disney or Pixar movie. So he started counting, and then it became like so quick that it scared him.
Way ahead of you, Murph.
I don't know.
When I
I
get
feel
my
like- I
chance,
feel like somebody-
I'm gonna blow this bastard the hell up. And that's a problem.
Anybody know what movie that is?
They gotta throw this- Yeah, we're gonna be waiting on that
Hold
one.
out until
Someone
you
has
spot an
that.
opening. I got you.
So I put this post up on my Instagram, and I would love to get you guys' take on it. One has to go.
What? Okay.
Disney Pixar movies. Here we go. Lion
I ain't
King,
going down fighting the
Hercules,
goddamn
The
scorpion.
Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Aladdin, Mulan, Tarzan, Toy Story. Which of these has to go?
Yikes. Okay. Now, say them again, and I'm just gonna check off the ones that are never ever. Okay.
All right. Lion King.
Don't let up.
Why'd you even make a face? You should not make a face at that one.
To be honest,
No.
I'm not the biggest fan of Lion King as other people. I don't be saying it, especially on arcade tokens, because I know how you are. But I wouldn't get rid of it, but it ain't on my never ever.
Just a
get
little
rid of
more.
it. I'll say that. Okay, let's keep that safe the first round. It's safe the first round. Lion King safe. Okay, what else?
Hercules.
Don't overdo it.
I'm gonna say that's safe the first round. Keep going.
Incredibles.
Safe. Never.
Good. Finding Nemo.
Safe. Never.
Aladdin.
Safe. Never.
Mulan.
Safe. Never.
Tarzan.
Safe. Never.
Toy Story.
Oh, I see why this is a challenge. They're all safe nevers.
Story.
What were the first three?
Lion King, Hercules, Incredibles.
Okay, Hercules, I guess. Yeah. But you know what's crazy? After that is Lion King.
Hey, I beat him.
He beat him.
Good shit, Will.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, take the L. He gonna blow up the whole spot. You gotta go.
Oh, I'm watching on YouTube. I'm way up behind you guys.
I feel so bad for the dude that
I actually put it up here. And I'm like, yo, which one?
I feel bad for the dude that took the time to build that bomb and they didn't even get to do nothing with it.
Oh, you think they're not gonna do nothing with it?
You hear that?
Damn. I mean, he done blew everything up now.
No, he didn't.
We've got to move.
Damn. People are saying Toy Story can go. My word.
What? Listen, out of this whole list, there's two that are tied that can for real go. For real. Like I don't care. You get it.
All right, we know you hate Hercules, goddammit.
Okay.
I feel like you have a personal grudge against the writer of that film.
No, not even. The film just ain't all that. It's not.
Wait, what was the question while I'm running for my life?
Oh yeah, you were literally killing a boss.
One has to go. Lion King, Hercules, Incredible, Finding Nemo, Aladdin, Mulan, Tarzan, Toy Story, or Up.
God dang, that's a lot of choices.
Right? Give him the list again because you gotta hear them, then you gotta figure out the ones that you would never get rid
Will,
of.
pause the game for a second and look.
Take a break for whooping ass.
One has to go.
Up can go. Up can definitely take a hike.
Up ain't in it.
Up ain't
Up
there.
isn't it? Right there.
You didn't say up.
You stopped me before we got to it.
Oh, there's more choices?
There's just that. Up was the last one.
Up can go.
Oh yeah, Up and Hercules.
Toy Story can stay. Tarzan can go.
Go?
Yeah, Tarzan can
trash,
go.
Pat.
Tarzan is
is
trash.
amazing. I'm watching that tonight just to spite you guys.
I like George of the Jungle more than I like Tarzan. And if you know what George of the Jungle is, you a real one.
First of all, I saw a meme on Twitter that was so true. They said that the decision to make Tarzan surf through the jungle was one of the dopest shits. Like, those scenes were lit, and that alone makes it better than George of the Jungle. What was that, Brendan Fraser?
You damn right. And don't you say that bad about Brendan Fraser. He was in the Mummy. Don't you do that, Pat.
The Mummy was lit. George of the Jungle was not, especially compared to Tarzan.
Everybody had a slip-ups, Pat. Okay?
You repped the slip-up. I didn't bring it up. You did.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it if it was on.
Over Tarzan, though.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Nah, I don't know.
So,
Yeah,
hold
you
on.
wouldn't.
So hold on. The only reason Pat is co-signing Tarzan is because he surfed trees?
Absolutely. Why
That
is
was
that
cool.
not cool?
That
What
was
about
cool.
the
I'm not
music?
gonna
What
front.
about the
That
music?
was cool.
What about the music? What about the music?
Okay, fucking Disney thespian. Yeah, okay. I liked Phil Collins' soundtrack, by the way. I thought it was
Beat my heart.
I mean, I wouldn't bump it in the car, but it
Hey, that song go hard.
Okay, wait. Cleo, I mean, I don't want to ruin shit on Disney, but let's be honest.
Let's go.
All of the stories were kind of dumb if you think about it.
How so, Pat?
Lion King.
Yo, I can't believe you talking crazy about Lion King.
Hold on.
Was
Cleo,
that really a good story, though?
Cleo, let me ask you a question. Cleo, and be for real. Pitch me Lion King in 2 sentences.
Nigga, please. No, not even 2 sentences. Just pitch us Lion King. We're Disney execs, and you a nigga that came through with a drawing of Rafiki and a drawing of Simba. Pitch us Lion.
Why Rafiki?
Thank you guys so much for taking this meeting today.
Absolutely.
I want to be able to express something that I've seen out there in the world that I think we're missing as far as storytelling.
Okay.
So follow me along this journey. We're going to take this story, we're going to begin in Africa. And when you think of Africa, what do you originally think of?
Black people.
Okay? Great.
Dirty.
The
Great.
blacks.
Blacks.
Dirty.
And this is Disney, so you probably would have heard the N-word.
Right. No roads. I'm definitely I'm burying it to my Disney exec real hard.
Okay, you got. So
I've been wanting to press for security for the longest.
Africa. Animals. Some of the most exotic animals, some of the most beautiful animals are there in Africa.
Absolutely.
I would love to tell the story of Mufasa, a strong leader of his lion's pride. Yes, he is a lion. He's a lion. He has a brother, Scar. Think Hamlet. He's the evil brother, and he's jealous of everything the older brother has. He wants to take him out so that he can become the leader of said pride, right?
Nice.
So now, Mufasa has a son, Simba, and the world is supposed everything that the son touches in the Pride Land is supposed to go to him.
Right.
But what if the uncle was to kill the nephew? Imagine the theatrics of that. Now, you guys make musicals as well. I want you guys to make one of the most incredible musical soundtracks in Disney history. Now, I will pause and step away from this character we're building. Hakuna Matata doesn't count. Let's come back now.
Okay. You don't like Hakuna Matata?
No.
Wow. Okay.
No how.
Weird place to draw the line, but keep going.
Don't like it. His uncle, Scar, he puts a hit out on the nephew. You follow the nephew as he escapes, nearly being killed by the hyenas, which are Scar's crew, if you will. His squad, if you will. His hitters, if you will. Great. Simba leaves. Simba believes he can be independent now. He just releases all of the cares and wants in the world. He's like, you know what? I don't got a family anymore. I don't have to worry about that pressure of being a king of Pride Rock. No, I could just sit here with my two homeboys, my Timon and my Pumbaa, and we're gonna chill out, eat bugs together. We're gonna have a great time until one of Simba's old friends finds him. Her name?
This is more of a synopsis.
Her name is
than an elevator pitch.
Yes.
So, real quick, these are all lions, right?
All lions.
These are all lions. Okay. So I would say a couple of things.
Okay.
Number one, I would say this sounds like a great silly ass movie for kids. Now, I will say the storyline is great, but you have to, when you break it down to its core elements, it's silly. It's for kids. It's a bunch of lions fucking fighting and shit fighting with hyenas. But then the other part is Lion King as a creative. I cannot give it credit because it was completely stolen. Completely stolen. That little white lion overseas didn't have a chance. So when I knew that Lion King was rooted in plagiarism,
hey, Pat,
that's when in my eyes, I was like, oh, the Disney one, it ain't all that. It's stolen. Although all the Disney ones are stolen from dark ass books.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, Pat, let me ruin Lion King like a true Disney exec. You ready? So, KHLEO, thank you so much for coming in.
Having me. Appreciate it.
I think it's absolutely wonderful. The silliness of it all just looks like it's wonderful. A few things though.
Okay, absolutely. I'd love to hear it.
We're not sure about the whole Africa thing.
Africa, yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it the Pride Lands, and we're not gonna put it anywhere particularly. And
Greenland? Anyone? Put it in
Greenland?
Iceland?
I've heard so many great things about it, and I believe lions actually go up there. Now, we like the whole, lions and everything, but I assume that you were gonna have some of your Black friends do the voices, but I think if we're gonna make this work, just hear us out.
Okay.
Now, hear us in mind. Okay. How about James Earl Jones? He's Darth Vader. We're gonna make him, of course, the king of the jungle. I absolutely loved him in The Sandlot. Okay, I think that's some of his finest work. Now, And I think we should maybe get the guy from Ferris Bueller to talk as his son. You know, that's the person that's gonna bring him to the forefront. And
Maybe
the
Kevin
guy
Hart.
I would think Kevin Hart can play. What was the ones you had kind of grazed over Kuna Matata a little
The
bit?
monkey. Have him play the monkey.
I think that is at Kevin Hart as the monkey. What was his
Cleo
name?
actually never pitched a monkey, but I assumed there was a monkey.
I would assume there's a monkey in the jungles of Africa, but even though we're not gonna call it that.
Hey, Zordon is fucking petty for this. Yo, this nigga was named Kimba or something, wasn't he?
Yes.
Fam, you changed it from Kimba to Simba. Disney
Yes, bro.
that, and everyone in this chat knows it. Everybody. No,
Everybody.
I can't co-sign this at all. As far as them jacking it, I can't sit behind that. Because if it was jacked, you know that there would have been a lawsuit to kill it off. You know that.
Nope, they waited until the rights expired, I think.
Yep.
Disney did some sneaky shit like that. They waited until no. They waited until the nigga died. They waited until the creator died, and something about the rights were released, and then they did it. Like Disney did this shit strategically.
Oh yeah, and this is not the first time this has happened before. This also happened with The Matrix.
I've heard that story. I've heard that.
So in case y'all don't know, and we'll get back to Final Fantasy VII, The Matrix and the Terminator are the same story told by this black woman, and it's called The Third Eye by Sophia Stewart. See, Pat, you didn't know that, did you? Terminator is the prequel. So technically John Connor loses. Then The Matrix happens.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so the Terminator is the prequel, is the beginning, but we don't win. We end up losing, and then you begin The Matrix after hundreds of years.
I'm watching both of those things over. Run them both back.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's jump back into the finalist of fantasies.
Yeah, man.
We just wanted to go on a little Disney rabbit hole. I just wanted to educate you guys that Lion King is not all that it, chalks up to be.
Oh Lord, here she go. Here go Jen. Here she go.
Yeah, she fell. That's one.
Okay. That's cool.
Yo, I can't remember if it was you, Cleo, that said this or if Patrick said this, but the simultaneous of it going from gameplay to cinematics.
Oh, it's seamless. Seamless. And low key, they tried to give her more benefit of the doubt by having a giant stone fall on her in this version, but in the original, she just fell.
She's got her legs stuck.
She just fell like a white woman in a horror movie. She just tripped and just stayed down, and I never understood why.
Here's my thing.
I've tripped before. I get right back up.
I've ran and fell and got right back up.
Right, they stay down. Why? In a highly adrenaline pumped situation, life or death, they fall and they're like, ugh, ugh, and they look back at their foot like as to blame it. Like, nigga, that's never happened.
Like, why isn't my ankle working? Cause you ain't standing up, bitch.
Literally. Hey, shout out to Super Casual Boom. He said, don't forget the Hunger Games stole Battle Royale.
Aha! That's
yeah.
a good one. Old school Japanese film. Yeah, man.
Yes, they did.
Battle Royale.
Yo, by the way,
I didn't know
something I started watching? Parasite.
You started watching it or you haven't finished it?
I haven't finished it because
I keep hearing good things about that.
You haven't watched it?
It's on Hulu now, Pat. It's on Hulu if you want to watch it.
Oh, I got it. Is that good?
Yeah, it is good. Like from what I've seen already.
Movie 2 months before it was nominated, before it won, and I told Will and Pat both, you guys have to watch this movie. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. It's the most incredible movie storytelling thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
And y'all
Parasite?
Yes, I came to both of you and said it.
He did.
Ever seen though?
Ever.
Wow. That's crazy. That's a hell of a. I'm watching that shit tonight, like low key.
Pat, don't know your mom, bro.
And Cleo, I only stopped because it is so good, and I was working at the same time that I didn't want to not give it justice by not fully looking at it. Oh, you gonna pop out like it wasn't real? Like this ain't hood?
Hey,
man.
real quick,
Good.
I just wanted to quickly shout out Cloud Village. They've been donating like crazy on the page. Appreciate you guys. Sorry, we're just so in our own world right now. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Also, big shout out to Super Casual Boom and Cold Blooded for the 10. Said just want to show support to the crew. What up, Cloud Village? Appreciate you guys. Thanks. Y'all don't even.
Hit us with the 10. What the 10 hit for?
Y'all are the shit. Y'all already know it.
I gotta say though, when T.I. pulled up the last All Death stream, and he happened to take a glance at the chat, and he said, "I would like to find out a little bit more about what this Cloud Wives is thing going on."
Bro, they get shout outs on every platform.
Of course
crazy.
they do.
They even posted a video today. It was just something T.I. was doing on his own, and they were just like, he was just like, shout out to the Cloud Wives. I'm like, yo, fam, they're out here.
Pat, if I don't see that as a reality show on VH1, I'm gonna be upset. I need that as a VH1 reality show.
I can't do that. It'll be like I'm running a cult. I'll seem like that nigga on Tiger King.
Patrick, you will never do worse than Flavor Flav. Just remember that. Flavor Flav is the standard.
But the appeal was how weird looking he was. He looked like a cockroach with a reality show.
Not a cockroach.
That happened. Someone pitched it, Pat, as a creative, brother. Someone walked into VH1, said that, and there was someone that was like, green light.
Oh, I totally get it.
We gotta run that.
Because it's not, you can't think of it as a creative. You have to think of it as a producer. Think of what Flavor Flav was at the time. He was like, first of all, he was VH1 Gold because he was super popular, but he was kind of on the decline, right?
Okay.
That's when VH1 sort of swoops people up. So now you have this extremely eccentric, like as a producer, like you just need a character that can hold the show. If somebody's not interesting, they can't hold the show. But this is a nigga who walks around with a full clock on his chain, has a Viking helmet, says, yeah, boy, who knows how he is in private. But you take all of that and then you put him in a house full of women. And literally, it was, for me as a creative, I respect Flavor of Love because the format was genius. Like, if you think about it, that format got remixed into what's known as The Bachelor.
The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, 100%.
And then all of those other things, like I think, you know, the twins on the show, the one that New York, New York had the spinoff, then the twins on her show had a spinoff. Fucking that Rockstar had a spinoff. Like there were so many versions, and then it evolved into mainstream, which is like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette now. So format-wise, that was a good show, no matter who was in the driver's seat, because in The Bachelor, the nigga ain't even famous. It's just a dude.
Yeah.
The format is that strong though, but bam, like the dynamic of Flavor of Love or Flavor Flav in a house full of models it's TV gold. Like I fully get why that has. I don't think it was a bad show idea at all.
During that time, I was like, what in the hell is going on? How is this on TV?
You weren't feeling it?
Hell no. Let me tell you why I wasn't feeling it though. Because I was still coming from a place of thinking, put it like this. 3 of those girls that were on that show had run-ins with the crew in KHLEO when we was all down there back in the day.
You said 3 of the girls on the show?
3 of the girls on the show, before the show even happened, whatever, they had been in Atlanta doing their thing for some time.
Oh, I mean,
but
you gotta think about the personality type that would apply to these things.
Must have missed it.
Blew my mind. So I'm watching the show. I'm like, ain't that?
Oh no, you gotta think that makes perfect sense.
But it did not click at that moment for me until later on when I started understanding what was really going on here. I'm like, oh yeah, duh, Cleve. Paycheck, exposure, makes sense.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the same thing like as being on at every club, seeing at every club. Like there's so many.
Oh shit! It's time.
Oh, you just blew up the
refinery.
We out.
Oh, don't tell me that was it. Oh, fuck that bomb maker. He ain't do nothing.
I told you.
Sir,
He sold them a fuddy duddy.
Here's the funny part. Jesse made that bomb.
See, if you'd have told me that in the beginning, I'd have never defended this.
But look, all they did was do that, but look what the machines did.
Oh, that's messed up.
Hey, shout out to the trolls trying to get through. These niggas are getting sniped.
Right?
Tiffany Walker was like, hey, I just want to... I saw her comment for like 2 seconds, and I was about to do it, and she said...
Yo, Pat, I forgot. I've never got a chance to tell you this, but hands down, the top 5 funniest shit I've ever heard in my life comes from you. When you were talking about the chicken, and when you were like, yo, just imagine you being in the coop and the farmer, you just like, yo, what's up, Earl? And then you came with the hammer like this, like, hey.
Wait, what did that do?
Oh, that's true. Okay, we've been talking about this for a long time. So we were talking about killing our own food. If the quarantine ever got to that bad, I feel like I would become a vegetarian because I couldn't kill and pluck a chicken. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could. I'm not down. Okay. But they were just, obviously a lot of my friends are from the South and shit. A lot of them niggas be killing or have seen animals murdered for the meat. So it's like, for me, I need somebody else to do that because it's too personal. Because if you think about it, farmers are nice to those animals their entire lives up until the exact moment they decide to kill them. So if you think about it, cows and shit, like pigs, chickens, they in there chilling. The farmer come out every day, feed them, you know what I mean, clean they shit up. They just like, hey, what up, Farmer Joe? What's good? Blah, 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 blah. What's good, baby? But then for some reason, one day, there's that chicken. They see the farmers, everything's normal, everything's usual. They like, yo, what up, Farmer Bob? What's good? And then that's the day that they're just like, yo, what up? And then these niggas just break your neck and you sent off to Ralph's. Like, it's a really weird dynamic when you start thinking about what the farm animals must be thinking about, because these niggas are living plush. These niggas are living so plush until the moment that they're just like, all right, fucking Bessie, you ready? And you're like, ready for what? What are we going behind the barn for? And then he just put that fucking musket in your face. You're like, yo, baby, what's going on?
Bro, wasn't nothing funnier though, the visual when he was on the show and the hand coming, he was like, hey, he came out the screen.
Farmer Bob, what it do, bro? I got some eggs in the fucking, yo, my nigga.
Oh, shit. I never thought about it like that. Yo, Pat got a point, dog. That's messed up.
You gotta do a video with that, please, man.
That's messed up.
Bro, that's gotta be super fucked up.
So, for those that missed it, because we weren't talking, the refinery blew up, the reactor blew up. We semi did it. We out here destroying stuff like the freedom fighters we are. Cloud is a gangster. Let me just throw that out there.
That's what I'm saying. He's been a gangster since the train ride. Why are niggas treating him like this?
Because he's
Look at that. They wouldn't even let me go in.
He ain't even in the gang yet, Pat.
That's wild. So, Cleo, have you passed the chickaroos?
I never smelled anything.
I have not come across a chocobo.
The chickaroos.
You ain't found the chickaroos yet?
I haven't found a chocobo yet.
I don't know what those are.
Oh, no
If you find a chickaroo, let us know.
Chocobo. Got it. I'll let you know.
Will, you need to write a letter to Final Fantasy to just tell them to fucking change the name. Because at this point, I feel like they got it wrong.
Well, listen, we on All Deaf. Hopefully, this starts a trend. Chickaroo, Final Fantasy VII. Chickaroo.
By the way, we were talking. We did miss it. Someone brought it up in the chat. Hey, Pat, she fell again.
Oh, did I miss it the second time?
She fell again.
She fell again.
Trash.
She fell again.
Trash.
The blasting agent?
Call the real one, because I would not have saved her. I'd have kept going. I'm tired of this motherfucker.
I'm running on empty here.
This is crazy. I don't remember this part of the escape. I just remember the flames and the city.
No, it bypasses all of this part. Like, we don't see them get out. So like the whole escape, like this stuff, all of this is new.
Okay.
Bro, at this point, I'm trying not to pay attention like that.
Yeah.
Because I already bought the game.
Right.
I already know that I'm a play through this, and I'm trying to be all in. So I'm almost like trying to just talk about other stuff.
Yes.
tune in, be like, what's going on? Oh, this is dope.
So what I would love for you guys to do individually when you guys go back and play, I don't know if we're stopping right now, but after this part, do yourself a favor and slowly walk through all the NPCs. So there's going to be people out there in the city who just saw this explosion happening. Listen closely to the dialogue that's happening. The stuff they're talking about, it must have been those Avalanche guys. They're terrorists. I'm going to get my gun. Oh, it could be those guys from Wu-Tai. The propaganda / politics stuff they're slipping into the background, crazy. Make sure you guys pay attention to that.
No wonder you're only 5 hours in and you're not at the Chickaroos yet.
Chocobos?
Yep. Chickaroos.
Oh, Chocobo. Got it. The Chocobos.
And that's crazy. You putting in the time that I used to put into these games where you're like, I don't want to miss shit. I'm talking to everybody. I'm looking everywhere. That's how I was in like those Zelda Wind Waker games.
What Zelda is to you, bro. This
I
is
get
to
it.
me.
No, I get it.
Oh, I meant to ask you this. Would you want a more HD remake of Ocarina of Time, or are you okay?
Absolutely.
You're in.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I feel like at this point, they are so good at remaking games. They're making me interested in games that I wasn't interested in before. Like Link's Awakening, I played, but I never beat. Like I wasn't into that style of it. But the fact that they were able to make that story artistically like modern, I think that's a way to get people like newer generations into the game. So if there was a remake of Ocarina of Time, I'd be all over it.
So they
Wind Waker and Majora's Mask and Twilight. Those are my favorites.
Majora's Mask, I had such a hard time with that game.
That game's dark.
They released Ocarina of Time again for the Nintendo DS. Have you seen that yet?
Recently?
It was when the DS was popular. So not the recent Game Boy, just the Nintendo DS.
I do remember they also did it for the GameCube. They did like slightly remastered versions, but it was never anything impressive enough.
Nah.
You know?
So Ocarina of Time with these graphics, you're in.
Oh my God, yeah. It was weird. Like for some reason they started redoing graphics when it was just like 1 or 2 consoles ahead of time. Like it wasn't different enough. Like 64 to GameCube was not different enough. So they like re-released it on GameCube, and I was just like, fam, this is just like slightly more colorful. But now I feel like enough time has passed where, and I feel like that's a strategy for the gaming community because they don't have to make a new game, you know what I mean? They just have to recreate something and it'll get crazy numbers. So you run it all. Run Ocarina of Time, run Majora's, run Twilight's, run Wind Waker, all those.
You could get it. You could get it. You could get it. Have you heard about the Nintendo Switch shortage, guys?
No.
Yeah, Pat and Will, there is a current Nintendo Switch shortage going on. So we are one of the lucky few in this world who had one before the quarantine cracked off.
Because of the quarantine, everybody's buying them up?
I will pull up the article. I'd like to read it to you verbatim.
Absolutely.
Hey, while you pulling that up, it's the same thing for webcams too, just so y'all don't know, man. Webcams is...
Oh, I've been hearing about that.
Bro, like normal webcams is like $60 to $70 for a pretty good, decent one, like a Logitech. Bro, they hitting us for $200 now.
Nigga, because everybody's either starting a YouTube channel or starting an OnlyFans. Niggas are either turning to content creation or porn. That's really everything that niggas is thinking about right now. Super big shout out to JH for the 15. Didn't even say nothing. Just out here being generous. Also, Brandon Walker with the 5 said, "Can you imagine how high you have to be to come up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?" Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can see
for sure a dude on shrooms.
Hey, you know what? Since we pitched Lion King,
let's do it. Oh man,
who's pitching it? Who's the executives and who's pitching it?
KHLEO's the executive. Pat, you and I are pitching the Turtles.
All right, bet. All right, Mr. Thomas, I appreciate you for letting us into the fucking WB or wherever this was first pitched. This is my name is Patrick Cloud. This is my associate Will Ferrell. We thought of some stuff that I'm not gonna lie, it's a little wild, but for some reason I feel like kids would take to this.
I can look at both of you right now. I can tell you're gonna pitch me some green shit, aren't you?
Actually, yes. That's a little racist, but for sure. So
But
I'm
he right though.
gonna let Will start it off with just the overall concept, and then I will go into the origins and the general summary. So go ahead, Will.
All right, man. So peep this, right? Turtles.
Okay. Yep.
But not just any kind of turtles. Mutated turtles, right? And not just mutated turtles, they ninjas.
And not only ninjas, how old are they?
They teenagers.
Relatability.
And then look, they also, since we said ninjas, right? People, just think about it. They got a sensei, right? Now, when you think sensei, what animal would you think of? You ain't even got to say it. You like us. A rat. A rat is the sensei to these teenage mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't think Marvel will get us for that if we call them mutants, because technically they mutated. You don't mind if I smoke in here, right?
I do mind, actually.
Okay, I'm only smoke half of it.
Ninjas Turtles, and their master is a rat.
But look, he's mutated as well. So he's mutated, and then he been reading these books on kung fu while he both raising these turtles. So you got to remember, he's taking on the stepfather role. He don't know who their mama is. They just, she out here loose. She done probably ran off with a snapping turtle or something like that. So he got to take care of these. But what they doing is they gonna eventually defend the city from. Wait a minute, because every show gotta have a villain. Shredder. Just let it sit there. Shredder and guess what? Shredder gotta have soldiers. And what do soldiers do? Soldiers be having their feet to the ground they boots to the ground to get all the intel. The Foot Clan.
So hear me out.
Wait.
Hear me out.
This Shredder guy's army is a bunch of feet, toes.
No, they're ninjas, but they got their foot. They got their foot. 10 toes down. So hear me out. Hear me out. For some fucking reason, there's some nuclear waste that goes into the sewers. For some other fucking reason, there are 4 baby turtles hanging out with a baby rat, right?
Okay.
This nuclear sludge hits the baby turtles and I guess I wouldn't say baby rat. I would say like middle-aged rat. And it, for some reason, fucking gives them shoulders and knees and fucking elbows and shit. So now they're humanoid. They're standing on 2 feet.
They don't have a penis.
They don't really go into what age the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in. I would assume they're like fucking 18, 19. The Shredders, excuse me, not Shredder. The rat nigga who's their father figure is like, for some reason, he looked like he might be 70 years old. He's teaching them all types of kung fu in the sewers. Remember, this is New York. Everything's dirty. If you saw a fucking rat that big, you'd probably just be like, "Oh shit, he's on."
I thought it would be fine. It's New York.
It's New York, right? So we give all these fucking turtles different color headbands to tell them apart. Different weapons. One of them is trained with the sword. One of them is trained with the sight. One of them is trained with the nunchuck. And then for some reason, I guess the last nigga to the weapon party gets a fucking stick, a wooden stick. But he's smart though, so he makes up for it.
What are these turtles' names exactly?
So peep this, right? So we wanted to we know that's what you was wondering. What could these turtles' names be? So we wanted to keep it very educated for the youth out here when they coming out. So they gonna be named from famous artists throughout the history of the culture of the white man. I don't know. Education. Yeah. You know what he said.
Like Vincent Van Gogh or
like less
known than that.
Yeah, like Raphael, Leonardo. I threw Basquiat out there, but that one didn't make it, unfortunately. So Donatello, Michelangelo. Now I know also what you're thinking because you're stroking the bottom of the beard, so I know what else you're thinking now. How are we gonna pitch this to brands? And then how do we get the females involved? I'm glad you asked. Pizza. Now, of course, turtles gotta eat because they mutated. And I was like, yo, pizza. I'm gonna be honest. When we thought about it, had the munchies, so we ordered pizza, and I was like, "Yo, the dude left it at the door, didn't even tell us." So like, what if they call the pizza delivery dude, like come to the sewer entrance, like where they live, and he just leave the pizza right there, and then they take the pizza.
Guys, I have to stop. What pizza company is going to be okay branding themselves with this made-up fictional cartoon that you guys are pitching me today, where you literally see a delivery guy put the pizza box in a sewer? Who's going to team up with us and do that?
But hear me out. It's a cartoon. We literally don't even have to explain that. We can just have it happen. They're kids. What are they going to write us? They don't care. They just want to see turtles fighting robots like ninjas. So we can just literally glaze. I feel like this actually happened. Side note, I feel like this actually happened in pitch meetings. I feel like we could literally glaze over all the logical questions that you have and just let it be ninja nigga turtles eating pizza and fighting robots. Don't even stress yourself out to think about the logistics. First of all, who the fuck is Donatello? I'm pitching this and I don't even know what that painter is.
Nope.
Secondly, I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm pitching it and I don't understand it. But it has the same amount of syllables as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a whole thing. It is,
and you know they're kicking y'all asses right now. You know what I'm saying? So look, and I know. So you gotta have a bad female in there, right? So you know what I was thinking was like, what are all white women good at in cartoons?
Getting out of
reporting the news,
being saved. They're helpless. You gotta have.
But we want to make sure they got a job too. Like we can't have the turtles be like having a housewife as a sidekick. So like, let's put in like something. Like I was picturing something tactical, like like a romper, because girls got fat asses and rompers. So I'm thinking her like with a romper,
right, and horrible looking romper.
Horrible looking romper though, because that means she's focused. That means she's determined. So like make it yellow and stuff.
There you go.
That's what we do.
What is her name?
May? March?
Well, May. Remember that chick I dated named May? She was fucking around with that other chick. So let's go before that. April. Call her April.
April.
Yeah.
Boom.
April.
So April be out here with the turtles, stopping the Foot Clan and the Shredder. And the Shredder be fighting with the Rat all the time because they be going for the cheese and shit. Because some Shredder want to shred the cheese and Splinter want to eat the cheese. So
what you think, Cleo? We got a show?
Let me get this straight. 4 turtles.
Yes.
Named Donatello.
Yep.
Leonardo. Raphael.
Don't know who that is. Yep.
Who are students to a gigantic New York City rat who knows Kung Fu, who teaches them how to fight. Who has a villain in this city named Shredder.
Yes.
And there's a
voiced by
white woman with a microphone who does the news, who isn't breaking the story about maybe these mutant turtles being in the sewers.
Before you give your opinion, think about the toy sales.
Oh, and just before you say something, just hear me out. They got a car. Now, if you want to hear more, you just let me know. But just picture this. A van that shoots out manhole covers in the streets of New York.
Also,
and it's got a shell on it too.
Also a toy.
Well, fellas, let's get some pizzas and draw up the paperwork. You guys got a fucking deal.
Thank you.
Got a fucking
Little
deal.
kids are stupid. They will love this shit.
Yes, they are. I can't wait to finally pay my bills.
I can't wait. Wait, you got to tell me more about this Shredder guy. What does he look like? Are we getting?
Think about it. Fucking Biker Mice from Mars was pitched. Street Sharks was pitched.
Yes.
Think about all of the ridiculous ass fucking cartoons there are out there that some rich old white dude was like, that's ridiculous, but we're gonna sell toys like crazy.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Oh,
Hey, you know what's worse too? Like those companies would come to those developers with that as well. Be like, listen, we saw that this Power Rangers thing is taking off, and we need something kind of like that. And that's how Beetleborgs was created.
Ew.
And VR Troopers.
And VR
Troopers. Oh.
Power Rangers had some legit ripoffs. I'm not even
Yes.
gonna lie. And people
Yes, they
think
did.
that just because something's a ripoff, it's not good. It's not true.
VR Troopers was excellent. I loved every minute of it.
It's even an original idea. That was pulled from the Super Sentai folks over there in Japan.
Well, your Biker Mice, the things I just named, Biker Mice, Street Sharks, those were all ripoffs of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
For
All good. All good. SWAT Cats, fucking Ninja Turtles.
Terrible.
I think wasn't there like a Samurai Pizza something?
Samurai Pizza Cats. Don't know why. Can't explain this, but every time I watch Samurai Pizza Cats, I threw up.
Oh man.
I don't know what was going
Was
on.
it the pizza?
I don't know. I just know every time I watched that show, I got super dizzy and would have to go throw up.
That is.
I don't know if y'all ever had any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, but I did, bro. I had the original Leonardo and Raphael toy. If anyone
The
remembers,
flipping ones?
huh?
The flipping
Listen,
ones?
I'm
No,
glad you brought it up, Pat.
They were hunched over, their arms only did this, and their feet only did the same type of movement, and they had their little plastic ass swords and nunchucks. And I had Leo, I had Raph, and then I think I had Bebop. Those are
KHLEO, if you look at the image below, the ones you just described are actually in the image.
Yep.
If you look at the box, they're right there. Now, if you see the
Oh, I
one with
had
the
those.
now, if you see the one with the big black shell, those are the ones I had. The ones where you can turn them to the regular turtle.
Oh,
Those look like
yeah.
Transformers, and they
Transformers?
become their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wait, what? That I don't know. Ninja Turtles had so many toys, but were those the ones where your weapons were stored in the shell?
Inside the shell.
Okay, wow, that's why the shell. Because like I could tell that they built that version mainly for this version of the turtle, but when you turned it into the humanoid turtle, it was like, oh, the shell's way too big.
Yeah, but you can take it off though and then put on the regular shell. I love that. So I had the Michelangelo one.
Oh, they had some. We were just talking about this on Quarantine Games.
yeah.
How there were some cartoons that were made specifically for selling toys. And I don't know if this is one of them, but the toys in this went crazy, as did Power Rangers and Transformers.
So you know another way that they really did that in the 90s super well, and a formula they had for that, and y'all will remember this and don't even realize that's how they put you on game. Remember, movies would do that, create a cartoon so you could sell the toys. So remember, Jumanji came out. Jumanji got a cartoon show, and then Jumanji started making toys.
They did? Of what?
Yeah. Jumanji had a show. Men in Black had a show.
Yeah.
All of these, like WB was just like, yo, we will make you a show. And because each one of them had their commercial for you to buy their toys in that cartoon.
But a lot of those got popular and then went the show and toy route. Whereas stuff like, Transformers only had the toy mission, and then they made the cartoon to sell those toys, which to me is fucking insane. I feel like I want to watch what's that series on Netflix? The
Toys That
Have you guys seen all those?
I've seen the episode. I haven't watched them all.
First of all, the Star Wars one is incredible because the niggas who made Star Wars had no idea it was going to be as big as it was.
George Lucas had the most, you know what? I'm just going to do whatever comes to my mind and let the universe take and do what it wants with it.
You know what?
They didn't care. They didn't want it.
Easy.
And you know what? I always have to tell this story no matter what. Every time Star Wars comes up, this is how you know this dude had no idea how big this was going to be. In the original Star Wars, George Lucas wanted to hire the guy that played Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi was a famous theatrical actor in London, and he was hella expensive. He was well revered overseas. He's
Really?
like Anthony Hopkins, yeah.
Really?
And so George Lucas could not pay him. And he was like, yo, I want you to play this role, but I can't pay you. So what I can do though is I will give you 8% of everything whatever this thing makes. And the dude
Obi
said,
got that?
Obi-Wan got 8% of the Star Wars franchise.
Let me tell you something, bro. Listen.
What?
Listen, that when it comes to films, and a lot of those contracts are not existing anymore just because of the new platforms out there. But if you were able to flip your movie contracts in a different way, somehow, or that it was going to make more money on that side, dog, it was worth it. Like
the last ones to do it, right?
When Robert Downey, not Robert Downey, when Johnny Depp said, "Yo, I'll take a smaller cut up front to get more back end because I know how much money this movie's gonna make," bro, Depp made tons of money off the back end of Pirates.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, really? Because he owned a little bit of it?
Yeah, he took a percentage instead.
Like, yo, here, pay me this $2 million. I'll be on set. I'll act drunk. I'll act crazy. I'll bring Jack Sparrow to life, but y'all gonna let me get on this back end. And he got bank off of that.
Robert Downey Jr., as you mentioned, he did the same thing with Iron Man.
Oh, he owned a percentage?
Yeah, like before they made 3, they switched him to a percentage because he was actually one of the people that were battling for them to get more money because originally a lot of these the original Avengers, their contracts were so intense and that they weren't being paid the amount they should because they were being signed to like 9 movie deals. So it was like, yo, the next 10 years of your life is taken up because not only do you have to make the movie, you have to stay in shape. You have to go on the press run circuit. You have to go on the premiere circuit. So a lot of the stuff that you would want to try to do, you're not really able to do. And then when you're not getting as much as the amount of money as you should for those 10 years, you're just like, yo, like, and these movies are making hella bank. It's like, yo, what do you do? So instead of being switched to like, yo, I need 30 million to film, like, no, let me get 6% of everything you make on this whole Marvel Cinematic Universe.
So just to fact check real quick, because I know they'll kill us later. The actor who is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Alex Guinness. This is a very true story. But he negotiated a deal for 2.25% of the gross royalties paid to the director George Lucas, and George Lucas received 1/5 of the box office takings. So he got 2.25% of 1/5, which went to George Lucas, and that still made him extremely wealthy. So imagine what fucking George Lucas was making.
Hold on.
And the crazy part about that was that they didn't, and you can see this in the Netflix documentary about the toys, they didn't believe in him so much that George Lucas was actually cut into a lot of the toys and merchandising deals because the studios weren't really messing with it like that. So if you think about all the Star Wars merchandising, I mean, I don't think it's like that anymore, but like,
no, it's not.
First dropped, he believed in it and nobody else did. So he got a big percentage of all that stuff. You know, obviously these producers jump on things when they know it's lucrative. But if you're a creator and you know it's lucrative before it actually becomes lucrative, you can give yourself a deal so that when it becomes this gigantic platform like Star Wars, you're eating off of it instead of, you know, you sold it for some low amount and then you're just watching it blow up.
Skywalker Ranch is a thing because of these damn merch and toy sales,
right?
From Star Wars. When Disney finally was like, "Hey, look, how much you want for this?" and my man said like $1 billion, Disney said, "Cool."
Did they give him that?
Yeah.
Star Wars is Disney's now.
Yeah. And not only did they give it to him, he donated a huge amount of it to education. He was like, yo, I don't even need this. That's how well I'm doing. I don't even give 2 shits about this.
But what did he sell it for?
I'm about to pull it up right now. Here we go. Lucas told Iger he was considering a retirement plan to the company and sell the franchise. Now
and I have something else too about that toy thing.
$4.5 billion.
Wait, what?
$4.5 billion.
October 30th, 2012. Disney announced a deal to acquire Lucasfilms for $4.5 billion, with approximately half in cash and half in Disney shares.
And Pat, though, but now Pat too. Here's the thing you got to remember with what he just said. Lucasfilms, Indiana Jones is with Disney now.
Oh, he bought Lucasfilms.
Lucasfilms. So think about all the stuff under Lucasfilms.
Okay, so he didn't buy Star Wars for that amount. They bought everything that Lucas made.
Yeah, Lucasfilms. So everything that's under Lucasfilms, Walt Disney owns it now.
Now that you say that,
okay,
hang on. Whew. Wait a minute.
0.5.
Because now I'm feeling like that's not enough.
Huh? Pat, we're talking billions.
I understand that. But I feel like, look at this. Star Wars is now a part of Disneyland. So I feel like Star Wars itself should have sold for that amount. But you throw in Indiana Jones. I'm trying to think. If they have another hit series, then okay.
We're going to pull it up. Filmography. Star Wars, Twice Upon a Time. No. Labyrinth was all right. Howard the Duck, Willow, The Land Before.
Hey man, Howard the Duck was my shit.
Okay, it seemed like that was the only other hit. I thought that they had more hits than that.
It's just Star Wars, bro.
It's Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Okay, I'll take the $5 billion. That's nuts. For some reason, I thought Lucas did a lot more than those two. But shit, can you imagine? Can you guys imagine just sitting down one day and just thinking of something and writing it down, and then you're just like, man, that's fucking tight. And then fast forward a decade or two, and that shit is worth $5 billion. That is insane.
That's insane, bro. And just to bring up what you said about with the toys, I'll never forget this when I was a kid, and comic book stores were still a thing.
Wow.
The rarity of toys. So you remember, Pat, how y'all brought up that before George Lucas was basically making his own toys.
Yeah.
So what I found out was this dude back home at this comic book store we had. This dude had this original Skywalker toy.
Right.
It was still in the package, and it had like the robe that he wears. It was like real cloth, and he never took it out of the package. And he was like, "Yo, I guarantee you, this thing will be worth $100,000 one day." And I didn't think about it until he said it, because I'm a kid, but thinking about it more and more now, what he was mentioning to me was that this was before they signed over the rights of the toys to a company. So there was an original Lucas toy that this guy had.
Damn.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So that means it was probably a Tonka toy, because they ripped off a lot of their early models and just melded other toys that existed into stormtroopers and stuff like that, which is insane because they didn't have enough. They literally didn't have enough to fulfill the amount that was being bought. So they were really remixing other toys and making them into Star Wars characters.
Yep.
I'm about to watch this shit tonight. I'm fucking excited about this.
Damn, dog. $4.5 billion.
Yo, if somebody offered you that
back in the 70s, dog.
If somebody, and again too, that's just to sell the rights. That don't even count how much he make off sales.
He already made that money too, so he was just like making money this entire time. And then, what was that within the last few years?
Yeah,
3. Yeah.
So like 30, 40 years later, you get $5 billion after already being rich off of your shit? That's crazy. Now it's just permanently in culture, like Disney.
First Star Wars movie, 1977. In 2012, ladies and gentlemen, he was able to sell all of his offload it off. For how much you want? Man, go ahead and direct deposit that.
What is that, like 30-something years?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was rich already. It wasn't even like it took 30 years to get rich. It was just 30 years to be like, yo, I did that shit. That was like the ending chapter. That was the ending chapter. No.
And shout out to him because he married to a black woman.
Facts.
George Lucas. That's what kept him going.
Yep.
That's what kept him going. I feel like that was who was in his ear like, fuck that. You better get that toy deal. This shit's gonna be huge. You better get that fucking merchandising deal. He was like, yeah, you right.
$11 million.
Probably his wife in his ear.
$11 million budget on Star Wars. It's gross $775 million back then. Oh my.
What, the original first 4 or the first one?
The first one.
Say again?
$11 million budget. $775.5 million gross.
Yo, people really thought that was not gonna succeed. And you got to think about it too, Pat. He pocketed all of that.
I was just thinking about it from the investor's point of view. Like, nigga, you got what? 70? I don't even want to do the fucking math in this. How much return did you get on that? If you put up 10 something million and got 700,000, you just got your shit back 70 times over?
Oh.
Nigga, what?
That's the same thing. Yo, I think that was the same thing that happened to Marlon Wayans for Haunted House.
No, it isn't.
Not that number, but like the times he made it. Yeah, hold on.
Don't you dare do that. Haunted House was.
Hold on, Pat. No. Hold on, Pat. Hold on. I'm not saying numbers wise, but as this was my budget and this is how much I made off of it. Yeah. Hold on. Let me find this.
Dog, that's insane.
Shit.
Yeah. So
see stuff like that. Go ahead. Will.
It cost Marlon Wayans $2.5 million to make Haunted House, and he made $60 million off of it.
Don't disrespect Star Wars like that.
I wasn't disrespecting Star Wars.
Nigga, what? Paranormal Activity had a better story than that.
That's hey, look, listen.
You went from 2 to 60?
Listen,
bro, 10 to 700 is insane.
Hey,
all the investors wanted was to get to like 20.
Yeah, double.
No, you gotta remember, there's no investors, Pat. Everyone was like, "Nah, we good." This is all him.
He didn't pay nobody.
No, like everyone that he went to, they were like, "I don't get it."
You're talking about people to pitch, but he still had money to pay for this.
Yeah, but that was coming out of his pocket.
He financed Star Wars?
Yeah, that was the thing.
It's at 20th Century Fox when this came out, bro.
Is it out? Did he sell it when it? Because I remember when he first dropped it.
It was distributed. Production company was Lucasfilm, which is him, but distribution 20th Century Fox.
Okay.
For Star Wars, the first one.
Yes. Oh my God, dog, this is insane.
I think it says he financed most of the pre-production. I don't think he financed the actual production of it. Was he rich at this time? I thought this was his breakthrough.
He had a film before. He had American Graffiti 4 years.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And the budget on that wasn't even $1 million. The budget on that was $777,000, and it grossed $140 million. So what the hell was he doing in these rooms that was like, yeah, we got it?
Wait, wasn't George Lucas? Was that not E.T.? That was just
that's Steven Spielberg.
I thought Lucas had way more hits, but I guess Star Wars is big enough.
Bro, you know how many?
I mean, you only need one.
Directors and creators are probably like, damn.
Shit, think of J.K. Rowling's.
No, you're right.
She moved some units. We'll give her that.
But she don't need to. She don't need to have anything else. You're right. You absolutely right. Star Wars is big enough. Star Wars is bigger than Harry Potter, so he definitely don't need shit else.
I mean, you say it, and it's crazy to think that Harry Potter's back. It's like, yo, we already got our 7 movies, and now here we are with the Fantastic Beasts films. We returned. I'm just like, not like Star Wars though. For some odd reason, that Star Wars fan base is different. They are ride or die. They want it. Oof.
That is insane. That is insane. Well, man, we have gone on quite a quite a detour, as in, you know, arcade
Listen,
fashion. I just want to give a huge shout out to Tatiana Cox for just throwing the 20, man. I feel
You threw the 20?
Man, I'm feeling like a gamer stripper. I'm about to take off some cloth at this point. I mean, Tatiana Cox, we might need to show a little sack at that point. God damn.
Okay.
But,
yo, look, we went down the rabbit hole so bad. Our CEO texted us like, yo, can y'all play the game while y'all talking about this?
really?
Yeah. It's like, can y'all play while y'all talk about this? It's great. But
play while you talk.
Yeah, they've been looking at this pause screen for the longest.
No, it's all good. We had to just go off on one of our tangents.
Hey, man, if you didn't gain any insightful information from this conversation just now, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all were not aware of, you know, the ins and outs of the industry.
Yeah.
But hey, we want to thank you guys so much for watching us play Final Fantasy VII. I have this on my queue on PlayStation. I'm waiting to play it. I gotta beat something and get the memory freed up so that I can start playing this. But KHLEO is 5 hours in. He's saying that it is the most amazing thing ever. So if you guys want a walkthrough from us, please, you know, spam all the comments. Let us know what you want us to play, because this is all def gaming at this point. Like, we can do this is walkthrough Friday. You know what I mean? We can pretty much go through any game that you guys want us to. So definitely let us know and stay tuned, because I'm battling for video. I'm battling video game music hits. If you guys want the smoke at 8 o'clock, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and get my hits in order, but I'm going live to do a video game music battle. The arcade tokens can have all the smoke they want.
You don't stand a chance.
Listen, speaking of battles, since you just gonna air that out, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, I did that. Me and KHLEO are going head to head in cartoon intros on Instagram Live. All right, it's going down.
It's not a challenge. It's not a challenge. I'm gonna body both of you in these categories. I cannot freaking wait. Pat, when are we doing the video game?
What you want to do at 8?
8 what, tonight?
Yeah, let's do 8.
In 30 minutes?
Why not?
You didn't already locked and loaded.
Is that not enough time?
Oh, come on.
We can do tomorrow.
I mean, I got my 5.
Oh shit.
I got
you can't
my
get 5 in 30?
Nigga,
I'll see y'all in 30 minutes. I'll see y'all in 30 minutes. What's up?
Boom.
I'll see y'all in 30 minutes.
We gonna get it. All right, guys. We'll see you then.
Y'all be easy.